Where do you go to school?
I am homeschooled. I'm in 5th grade. I like to be homeschooled because I have more time to do my piano and more performances.
When did you start performing?
Well, since I was 3, my teacher always did recitals. So once I getting like pretty good at the recitals, I started to go to perform the nursing homes. And after that, I did a couple venues and events. For an example, Venus Central in West Duluth, Sacred Heart, and the Chocolate Festival, and Lake Superior Ragtime Society.
What do you like to do outside of school?
Mostly my hobbies, for an example, karate, Legos, and I just learned the new board game, chess, so I'm casually doing that. But most of all, we live in a farm, so I have to help my mom and dad with chores. So we have chickens. I help my mom and dad with chickens, and we have a garden. I help my mom and dad with the garden.
What city do you live in?
Well, I live in Two Harbors, Minnesota.
What's amazing about your city?
Well, it's called Two Harbors because we have 2 harbors. 1, Agate Bay, 2, Burlington Bay. They're both ways for the ships to go in to get our taconite pellets. I think that's what's pretty amazing about our city.
What do you love about your city?
What do I love about my city? I think the thing I love about my city is that my great-grandpa Harvey, he works on the Edna G. Now, his son, my grandpa Mike, I think is following his footsteps and made his own tugboat company called Heritage Marine. I think that's what I love about it.
Do you take music lesson?
Yes, I do, 2 times a week since I was 3.
How did you first learn you could play?
Well, not even when I was 3. I get so curious with my mom's keyboard. So I started doodling on it. I was like so fascinated with it. It was like over half an hour already. And then my mom noticed it. So my mom played like a melody. I played it right back to her, and that's when the piano lesson started.
What would you say to everyone watching at home right now to get them to vote for you?
Hi everybody, my name is Ojard. I'm 9 years old. It's just an honor to be here. An honor to do this for you, like the celebration of music. Just an honor to do this. You vote for me.
Who is your biggest performance influence?
Well, I have several of them. So for Baroque, Johann Sebastian Bach. Classical, Ludwig van Beethoven. For rags, the king of rags, Scott Joplin. And for New Age is Yanni.
Do you have any questions for Ethan?
How long have you been doing this, Ethan?
Do you want to give a shout out to anyone?
Well, I would give a shout out to my mom, my dad, and my teacher, because all 3 of them were really helping me and believing in me and supporting me.
Is there anything else you want the television viewers to know about you?
Well, I not only play music, I also compose music. I've been doing the composing since I was 4. Okay. So last year, September, I composed a CD called Butterfly Dances. It's around in the local stores in Two Harbors too.
Anything you have overcome in the past or amazing experiences you have had?
Okay. So I think the most amazing experience is like this June. My teacher wanted me to try a competition. And then we did the Steinway and Sons competition. I think that was the best experience I had. It was very fun. It was a good experience, and I won silver medal for junior.
Why you picked the piece you are performing to?
The piece I picked was Maple Leaf Rag by Scott Joplin, written in 1988. The reason I picked it is that it was very fun to play, and it's so energetic, and Scott Joplin wrote it.
How does the artist relate to you?
Well, when I was little and I started to first get to the piano lessons, I only wanted to play classical. I didn't want to play anything else like modern or whatever the other stuff were, I didn't want to play it. But thankfully, my grandma Pixie and my mom started to convince me to go to the Ragtime Society. Now, when I went to the Ragtime Society, there was a lot of ragtime players there for the very first time. But when I heard them, well, I was pretty amazed. And I liked the ragtime because of the 2/4 beat. It was very upbeat. And so that kind of made me enthusiastic because I wanted to learn more music.
Is there anyone you want to dedicate this song to?
I think I would want to dedicate this song to my grandma Pixie because she's the one that made me, well, kind of like had us together, all three of us, to go to the Ragtime Society.
Are there any special story you have related to this piece?
Well, when I go to the nursing homes and I play the rags, I can't go past one rag but hearing them tap their foot, like diggling with their hands. I think they really like the rags that I play. Of course, why not? Because it's fun, Who can go without rag?
Do you have any interesting, funny, or inspiring story about your experience with music?
For the funny thing is that when I was 4 years old, I actually composed at night in my pajamas. So that actually shocked my mom a little bit. But I was like, Mom, I wanted a staff paper, I wanted a pencil, and I wrote my very first song. It's shocking, but it started from there.
What do you want to do in the future?
In the future, well, I want to keep on with my music. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to travel the world, play my music, and just have fun with my career.
Why do you pick the song you just performed?
Okay, the reason I picked this song is a couple reasons. The first, you heard me say that, I love ragtime. The second is that when last year was Scott Joplin's 100th birthday, and when I'm doing the Ragtime Society, I always feel a sense Scott Joplin is cool, right? But now, we're in the modern times, we're starting to get into pop, funk. Those are starting to get ahead of them. And then the ones from behind are slowing down. So pretty much, ragtime is endangered. So the Ragtime Society and me are almost trying to bring ragtime back to life. And so the reason I picked this piece is I want to give it out to other people. Thank you very much. I'm Ojard.